Good morning, everybody. It's been a long time. We went on a little bit of a hiatus, but we are back. My name is Chen, and I have a wonderful person right here next to me. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. This is Sarah Deng. I'm the new co-host for CHINOSITY podcast, and oh my God.
It's all
Run introduction. China on the internet, right?
It is. We are on China on the internet, which is part of CHINOSITY, the platform where we share cultural relevance as well as entertainment and all things related to China and cultural phenomenons that's taken place around the world.
Right. Okay. I need to talk a little about myself.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Share with the world. Who are you?
I'm from Shenzhen, China, and I'm currently studying international relationship in New York City, and I like to cook.
What do you like to cook?
Okay, it's contributing to the stereotype, but I love fried rice.
That's great.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing to make, and it's really heartwarming, and I love to cook mushroom fried rice.
Mushroom fried rice.
Yes, it's not too fancy, it's not those whatever shrimp fried rice and all
well, mushroom fried rice seems kind of fancy to me.
Yeah, I'll make mushroom chips on top of the rice.
So you fry it?
Yeah, I fry the mushroom into chips and then top it up so it's crispy and crunchy and umami.
See, that actually sounds kind of fancy to me. But that sounds great. I love that. All right, cool. So that is Sarah, and she'll be with us for a couple more episodes. And here we are. So today is a pretty special episode. We are dedicating this episode as our first one of season 2 to talk about the coronavirus, which is really relevant right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
So currently right now there is about 70,000 dated infections. That's mainly in China, but right now it's been dying down. So I guess we could say the pandemic, the whole outbreak of it is not as crazy as it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it was I think just yesterday or today, they the Wuhan is still under quarantine, but some other city, the government allowed people to use public transportation again.
Nice.
And then go back to work.
Yeah.
Also because the China economics cannot afford to have this long pause of
For sure, definitely. I mean, there's been a lot of, because of the whole outbreak before, was it every single city that was on lockdown, pretty much?
Big cities, yeah.
I know Beijing,
Shanghai, my city Shenzhen was also locked down.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was your mom and dad just chilling at home?
They were chilling at home. My sister was bored to death. She was 6 years old. She's 6 years old, and she's just when can we go out to play?
Oh wow.
I know.
I feel like people have to entertain themselves.
I know.
In different ways.
A lot. Do you want to talk about entertain entertain at home?
Yeah, of course. I'm so curious about
I know. It's really funny how there's I'm currently in the U.S., but I really felt they're really creative. People got really creative at home because they are so bored.
They can't go outside.
Yeah. So there's this guy who went viral on Chinese internet, especially on Weibo, that he made Mickey Mouse model and artworks with sunflower seeds shell.
So this dude ate all these sunflower seeds.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if you had sunflower seeds before.
Yeah, you gotta crack it.
You crack it open, so he ate all of the seeds, but he saved all the shells in order to make a Mickey Mouse
Is there a picture of that?
Yeah. Let me show you.
I want to see that. I think you showed it to me before, but I want to see it again.
It's so incredible. Impressive. It's not a mini one. It's huge.
From the picture, it looks like.
Yeah. Wait, it's on the phone.
So here we're seeing a video of. So he's just pouring out all the sunflower seeds, and that looks like it's about this big.
It's huge.
It looks like it's at least a foot.
And the subtitle said that guy ate so many sunflower seeds that he got kind of food poison and sick.
So he didn't get a coronavirus, but he got food poisoning.
Yeah, he just ate too many seeds.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
that's just one example of what people are doing.
Yeah.
Apparently there are clubs and bars who are doing like live streams.
Yeah,
correct?
you know, yeah, it's really funny how also because like businesses, there's no people on the street, so business they can't really make money out of bringing people into clubs.
Yeah.
Because it's under quarantine, so they brought their business online, and
Incredible.
and through Chinese live streaming services, you know, there's a lot of apps just like a live version of TikTok or a live version of like Instagram Live.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
they will bring their DJs on live to like
Like they'll be in the club just
make
DJing.
music.
Like,
Yeah, and then it will be on the live streaming screen, and people could go into those like live room, and then to join the talk or just enjoying the music or sending gifts like online to the DJ.
That's cool. Could they like
Yeah.
pay them money?
Yeah,
Get
yeah,
tips?
absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they could like tip like the DJ.
Yeah,
like,
they can tip the
online and
DJ,
stuff?
which is better. You know?
Yeah.
Can you tip the DJ in clubs? I don't think so.
At least in America, I don't think so.
No,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
See
so
their
that's the video.
of it's so funny though.
Of course, they have their face masks on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure if that's for fashion or for, you know, hygiene.
Maybe a little bit of both.
purposes. Yeah.
That's funny because they're like jamming out. They're like,
Yeah,
It's like an
they're-
empty crowd. It's like nobody in there.
Yeah, yo, they're like it seems like it's streaming. Never mind. I think the club owner is talking about in the interview that although we brought this online, and there's like 50 to 60,000 a day,
Wow.
like people screening through those live streaming.
That's crazy.
I know.
Wait, that's more than like when people normally go to a club.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they said, oh, we want to brought the business online because people are feel like depressed and
yeah.
bored at home. We want to entertain them for
That's amazing.
psychological health purposes.
That is part of it. Though.
Yeah, I think. But they say like they can't really make much money.
Oh,
Although
for
there's
sure,
like
yeah.
50, 60,000 people, they tip really little. And, you know, it's not
Yeah.
like buying a drink in a club.
I mean, you can't beat like actually going there.
Yeah.
I mean, most clubs will make their money off of drinks.
Drinks,
you
yeah.
know, and you can't do that when you're like online.
Yeah, no.
I still think it's like really creative and really awesome how people are using like new media and using
Yeah.
the internet to really like hone in on, say like there's a current problem like coronavirus, but they're doing everything that they can to go around it. You know?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with schools as well.
Yeah.
Like on a side note, there's a lot of like international students,
yeah,
for example,
yeah.
who like in America, there's a lot of international students who will come to America to study, but China is actually a really big hub for international students as well.
Yeah. And actually, like, I'm not sure if you know, like, Wuhan is actually the most academic, like, city in China.
Yeah, I didn't know that until I started researching. On
Yeah,
it. Like
like-
their hospitals, like their medical schools.
Yeah,
and all
it's
that.
amazing. That's where my mom come from, and she was always
Oh.
so proud. Like,
Wait, she went to school in Wuhan?
yeah, she went to school. She grew up there.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're like all the Wuhan University and colleges are super famous.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So that explains why there's a lot of
Yeah.
like Chinese students as well as like international students who would like go to Wuhan to like study.
Yeah, absolutely. So what happened?
So so there's about 4,600 African students in Wuhan, which is a lot, and they've been trying to find a way to like evacuate. Like the African countries have been working with the foreign relations on seeing if they could get the students out. But then what they found out was that it's actually safer for them to stay because if they were to leave, there may be a chance that these students have the virus in them because you can't
Yeah.
detect the virus right away. Like if you
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it, like you can't detect it within the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know,
Yeah.
and it might come off
absolutely.
just as a regular flu,
Yeah.
and it won't be detected as a coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really tricky because like if they do go back to their own country, a lot of the African countries don't have the infrastructure
Yeah.
to actually like care and to like contain the virus.
Yeah.
So, and you see it with like Ebola and like other viruses and diseases that have spread throughout
Yeah. They
not just
have-
like one country, but in the continent of Africa in general.
yeah,
so
I
they
think
said
around-
we're not going. They said okay, it's just better to like keep them there. However, some of the students are like, wait, like,
Are you abandoning me?
yeah, are you
kind of
abandoning
thing?
me? Like,
Oh, wow.
like our country has abandoned us, and so they created like so on like change.org they created like a whole online petition called evacuate African students from Wuhan, Hubei.
Like, where do they want to evacuate people to then? Like,
So I think
if
it's
the
just
country means like they can't really take them at home.
yeah. So their own country can't, but there is a country. Whoops, I gotta see which one it was. There is one country that has ties with France.
Oh,
So
okay.
out of the 4,600 African students that's in Wuhan, 2 of them evacuated.
Okay.
But they didn't evacuate back to their own country. They evacuated to like a part of a French territory.
Yeah,
And so they're
I
quarantined
see.
right there.
Oh.
Yeah. But for the rest of them, like Uganda, Kenya, they weren't able to evacuate their like 100+ students.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because they don't have the infrastructure for that.
Yeah.
And that's just in Wuhan, like
alone.
That's not even including like all the other
City.
big cities that have like in Shanghai, Beijing University, all that. So what are they doing, right? Like, because originally the Lunar New Year is like a week long, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's like their break. That's like America's equivalent of like winter break, like Christmas break.
Yeah.
But because of the coronavirus, they extended it for like another week.
Mm-hmm.
So classes didn't start until February 3rd-ish, around that
Yeah.
time. So it had an extra week off. But then because it still wasn't, at the time, it was still an outbreak.
Yeah.
So all the teachers, all the students, they had to figure out like, well, what can we do to keep students still learning?
Yeah, that's
Um,
true. Oh my God. Talking about that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because there's like American universities who have set up in, say like NYU has like a campus in Shanghai.
In Shanghai, yeah, NYU Shanghai.
Duke University has the same thing, and they call it Duke Kunshan. I think
Kunshan. Oh,
Kunshan.
Duke Kunshan. Interesting.
Duke Kunshan. So
That's in Yunnan.
Yunnan province.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like kind of far
Huh.
away from Wuhan.
And same thing with Tsinghua University. Like what they did is that they just created online classes. Like so they're using apps like Slack. They're using like I guess like
There's
Blackboard.
Yeah.
All these different sites in order to log their students in. So for example,
Yeah.
at NYU, at their Shanghai campus, they have 293 courses for 820 undergrad students.
Oh wow.
So that's what it normally is. And so now they have to create all these online classes
Oh.
for 200 plus online classes. So everything became online, and they're signing in from all over the world. So these are not students that's just in China, because the students who are on break, say they're from Venezuela
Yeah.
or from
Oh wow.
like Europe or from America, they get their break like in China, how they get
Yeah.
their break. So when they're off, like, okay, then they just can't go back into China.
Yeah.
So they're logging in from their own homes in their own time zone
Wow.
as well. So it's gotten really tricky because like the teachers have to take in consideration, okay, well, I'm putting on this class here, but not everybody could log on
Yeah.
at that time. But because it's recorded, they can always go back and like see it later. So it's a really interesting thing where like
That's
they're
so
like,
nice.
but it's really hard because,
I know.
especially with like liberal arts classes where
Yeah.
like it's very like, oh, hey, we're gonna be in a circle.
And we're gonna discuss.
We're going to discuss,
Like,
yeah.
if there's like lifetime discussion, like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, that is probably the hardest part in terms of like setting up their curriculum. And I was like
Yeah.
reading some articles about their teachers and how the hardest part is less so just creating like just one online class. It's like creating a whole online curriculum in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know?
They have to film it or something like that, right?
Yeah, well, because like
Oh wow.
the coronavirus is kind of hit, and then
Yeah.
the next thing you know, oh wait, I planned this whole semester. Now I got to change the format of everything.
That's true. Like it's kind of better that those big schools have planned. Like actually, my friend at home.
In Shenzhen.
Yeah, in Shenzhen, her name is Bella, and she goes to.
Hey Bella.
Yeah, hey Bella, and she goes to Sichuan Music's college institution, and it's like a really good art school. And
Wow.
yeah, but yeah, she's an artist, But the point is, they are not as, as international as like NYU or Tsinghua or Peking University. They don't, so they don't have like the facilities to create online courses.
So what are they doing?
Nothing. So
Wow.
basically, my friend, she's just staying at home, chilling with her cat, like doing nothing. And they are thinking, the school, I think, sent them email to say that they're going to start the semester in the summer.
Wow.
So, so basically she's having her summer break right now.
As
and there's no summer break. There's
So
only
this is like a spring break for like a whole
spring. And then
entire spring.
hopefully she will start school in the summer.
That is hard, especially because it's like certain studies, like music, like art, I don't know how you can really do that online.
And she doesn't have her, like, she thought she would just have a short break at home.
Yeah.
And so she traveled from Sichuan, where her school is, back to Shenzhen of our neighborhood. And she didn't bring her paper or pens for drawing or anything.
Wow.
So she's just so bored at home.
And it's not like she could just like go outside and like buy things anyways.
Exactly.
Like,
she can't buy them. There's no delivery for that, for those like painting
but doesn't like
brushes.
Alibaba, right? Can't you like buy stuff on Alibaba?
Yeah, I think Bella, you should do that. Maybe, yeah.
Bella, you might as well just do that. Go to Alibaba and like buy yourself like an easel and some paintbrushes and
over again.
be an artist, Or you could be like that guy who like with the sunflower seeds and like make the models.
Actually, yeah. And she's also an online teacher for kids, for like little
to draw and stuff.
And all those stuff. It's actually booming, the whole like online classes thing.
That's why I'm figuring. I just because like I'm reading these articles and I see that these big universities are already doing online stuff.
Yeah.
The bars and clubs are doing online stuff. Like everything's become online.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, she got her like schedule really filled up because the kids can't go to school. Like those like primary school kids, elementary school kids, and their parents were like, "Oh well, we'll just let them learn how to paint online." So
hey, it works. You don't have to like leave your home. I mean, you can't, but
it's really fun though. But yeah, also talking about the wholesome side, about like painting and all those stuff. There's this like viral hashtag of like making coat noodle at home. Because people were so bored. So it's called 凉皮. And it means it's basically a type of coat noodle that needs like several different steps. It's not the noodle that you can just boil, You can have the 凉皮 like coat noodles at Xi'an Famous Food here in New York City.
So good.
Yeah, I never know how to make it until I saw the video of them online. Apparently, you need to make a dough first, and you wash the dough with water, and the water like cleans the dough and starches and form the starch water. That's like your cold noodle batter, and you need to steam it and cool it down and cut it, and there's so many processes
A lot of steps.
A lot of steps to make 凉皮, and it's sort of like it become this perfect recipe for people to pass time.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
Because it takes hours to make one bowl of 凉皮.
That's crazy. So people at home are just making it.
Yeah. Do you want to see a video of it?
Yeah. I mean, that's probably gonna make me super hungry, but yes.
Oh my god, I'm already so hungry thinking about it. That's the process of making it. Like you make a dough first, and you have to rest it, and then you wash it.
You wash the dough.
And after you wash it, it seems like you can make the dough into something else. And now you see, you make the noodle, you steam it, you cool it down, and you stir it with sauce.
It looks so good.
I know, it looks amazing.
Wow. And normally you said this takes hours.
Yeah, it takes hours. Wash the dough, steam it, cool it.
That's why you go to restaurants for that.
Exactly. But restaurants are closed.
Literally everything is closed.
Everything is closed. People making hot pot at home.
Wow.
I'll try all different recipes at home.
I can only imagine that, like, say, like in New York, if all 8.6 million of us can't leave our homes and we're just stuck in our apartments, and what are you gonna do? Like,
I'm gonna try to make liangpi for sure.
all right.
If I'm under quarantine here, I would try to make liangpi, maybe milk bar, cereal, milk ice cream.
Oh yeah.
I would try to make that.
Yeah, I could probably get really good at cooking.
Yeah, everybody will become such better cook in New York City.
But I mean, hey, I think that's a kind of a good thing. I mean, even though like the coronavirus has been such like a very like scary thing, I feel like for many people,
That's true.
It's still really nice to see that like those people who are in China, like it doesn't seem as crazy as it is. I think a lot of times like media blows it up into proportions and stuff.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
I mean, like don't get me wrong, it's still like serious.
It's serious and
it's
very easily contaminated.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely, and people die. You know.
Yeah, hundreds of people died of this disease, and tragedies happens.
Yeah.
But it's good to see on the other side when I go on internet and go to group chat and check what's my family doing. They're still living life.
They're still living. They're still chilling. Then.
Yeah, they're still chilling.
Yeah.
Like trying to have a positive.
Yeah, and just like put the information out there for those who don't know is like the fatality rate happens when you have a really really low immune system. So. And it mainly happens within those who are either super, super young or super, super old.
Yeah.
Normally. That being said, of course, like, be careful.
Absolutely.
And everything. But seeing that the outbreak is not as crazy as it was, it's a good sign in terms of the next steps. And they're already starting to create the vaccines that they're going to start testing on people.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Hopefully as these upcoming weeks come by, we'll see like a much lower rate of these cases. I definitely will see that there's like a much lower case in China, and now it's more about the other countries who now have.
Yeah, it's crazy that I don't know. Now I'm like I feel a little at ease at home. Like I was not as worried as for my family at home or friends at home. But now I've seen it on the news. Have you seen like the grocery stores in Milan?
Yeah.
That's all empty out because
closed out, yeah.
People trying to get as many things before the quarantine started or something like that.
Yeah.
And in Italy and Iran and Japan and Korea.
Wow.
Yeah, like Japan and Korea right now as the neighbor country is having this outbreak as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they stop all like those group events and
I mean,
festivals.
You just can't have any of these types of events. Like,
because it's so easily transmitted.
Very much so. But that's why they quarantine.
Yeah.
And when you quarantine, you go make some art and food. Yeah.
Or just go live streaming and go clubbing online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what are some are there any like say like websites that people could say like, I guess like donate to
absolutely.
like charities that are currently working to fight the virus?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So like before it was crazy. I'm not sure if you heard that like a lot of Chinese or Chinese American or Asian American here in the US and internationally they were bought out those masks, like medical
the face
masks. And ship them back home to hospitals and all those stuff. And when they were super in needed of like short of all those like resources. And actually, I think the official charities and hospitals got billions of donations. Like they're like, Microsoft's Dell also donated millions for the to ease out the outbreaks. But like. Right now is kind of the confirmed patients number is declining, but if you still want to make a donation and help out with the situation, we suggest you to donate it to Hubei Charity Federation. Hubei is the province where Wuhan is.
Yep.
So it's the state. So they have this charity federation where they will put the money into hospitals that's super needed. And we'll put the link below.
We'll put the link right below the comments.
Right below. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
If you feel just $1, $2
or
to help out.
$50.
$50 absolutely works.
However many R&B you can put in there.
Yeah, absolutely. And just hopefully, like, we should stay conscious because it's becoming internationally thing.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So, wow. Wow, what a lot to cover.
A lot to cover in this one episode. Normally, we have a couple of different topics that we will talk about, but today, as the first episode of the new year, we figured that we spend this time to just like talk specifically about the coronavirus because it's very timely, and also to know like the ins and outs of what's happening in China about this. So there you go. If you have any questions, you can let us know. Follow us on CHINOSITY on all the platforms, CHINOSITY News on Instagram, and we'll be here once again. This is Rob Chen.
And this is Sarah. Nice to meet you guys.
Take care, guys.